Hello, all you wonderful women. It's Janette again. I had some requests on relationship issues, so that's what we're going to cover today. Today's activity is going to help you improve your love life, whether you're married, single, in a relationship, or just starting to look for someone. There's several aspects of being a woman in a relationship today that make it really difficult. The biggest stems from the women's movement. Now, this movement has created wonderful things for women. We have better paying jobs, we can vote, we can work in almost any industry we want to. So there's a lot of good things that have come out of it. However, there is still one big negative. It has kind of blurred our identities and that of men. So we need to try to overcome that in order to get back to a strong romantic relationships. As more and more of us women are in the workplace trying to support our families or help bring in a second income, we have had to take on more masculine traits. Those are needed to survive in most workplaces today. And in doing so, we have lost some of our women's power, the power in our femininity. We are so afraid of being repressed or harassed that we've stopped using our femininity in any means. And that's been a detriment to our romantic relationships. If we want a strong romantic relationship with man or masculine type, we need to be more feminine. We need to act more like a woman. Now, don't go turning me off thinking that I'm saying we need to go back to archaic days. I would never advocate such thinking. I'm also not advocating giving up your career or your strength in the workplace. Those are very important to women today. All I'm saying is that when you're with your man, be a woman. I had to learn this the hard way. I've lost several really great relationships because I didn't go from my masculinity that I was using at work to being more feminine when I came home. And in order for a man to be a man, he has to be with a woman. That's just the way it works. I'm hoping I can save you from any more of those disasters that come from when we keep in our masculinity and don't become a woman with our man. One good way to know is if you've been in relationships where it feels like friends or business partners instead of a romance, you're probably working in your masculinity, and that doesn't allow a romance. So how do we make this change? How do we become more feminine and attractive to men? Well, the first thing we have to do is embrace the power of being female. It's awesome. It really is. I'm going to now tell you one example. You can hear my big one down below of me realizing I'm working in my masculinity most of the time. I was sitting at the airport waiting for a friend to pick up, and there was this guy and husband and wife sitting a few seats down from me, and they were waiting for her sister to come in. When her sister arrived, the sister handed off her suitcase to the husband. The husband just took it and they walked along, the two sisters chatting, and the husband dragging the suitcase. And I thought to myself, I never would have given up my suitcase. I would have just hung on and pulled it myself. And that's when I realized that's a very masculine trait. I need to give up my suitcase. By that woman just handing over a suitcase without even thinking about it, she became very attractive to any man watching. That's what they were put here for, to help us. So let's let them. If you're at home right now thinking, yeah, I have a man and I can't even get him to pick up his own socks, let alone do anything else for me. Unfortunately, many men, because of this whole women's thing becoming stronger and more powerful, have lost their identity. We don't let them be men. And so we need to retrain them to be in their masculine. As we become more feminine, they will pick up the slack and become more masculine. Our activity today is on letting men do things for you. It's kind of fun, huh? This is going to be great. And when they do, you need to make sure you gush over it. I mean, just be like so appreciative. If they open the door, be big smiles and thank yous. And if they help you put on your coat, it's like, oh my gosh, that was so nice. Or if they pay for your dinner, it's just smiles and appreciation. Now, that doesn't mean, if you're just meeting and they pay for your dinner, you have to owe them something. No, your appreciation is what they get. That's all they need. And they really will thrive on that if they are true men. This week, I want you to find a man or a bunch of men and let them do things for you. We're going to start out with just having them open the door. If you never let men open the door for you, that's going to be your activity this week. You need to get used to being a woman and get used to letting men do things for you. So, every time you come to a door, if there's a man around, I need you to step aside and let them open it. Let me give you a secret. If you stand to the side of the door that the doorknob is on, and you just stand there, the man's got to go in or out, whichever you're doing. He eventually will open the door. And then you just slip in around him because you're kind of in between him and the crack, and then turn around and say, thank you, that was really nice. Like he had any choice in the matter. But show your appreciation and he'll pick it up really quick. He really will. It won't take him long until he realizes that you like him doing those things for him. And that's going to make him feel good. These are the things that we can use as our feminine power to bring more strength to our relationships. Now, if you already let people open your door for you, have them open the car door for you. Another thing you can do is make sure you let them pay the bill, especially if you're just dating. And if he doesn't want to take you out to dinner to have your presents, then he's not worth you. So just find little things like that that can let the man you're with or a man you want to be with be more manly. The one place that opposites really do attract are in being masculine and feminine. You have to have strong masculinity and you have to have strong femininity to have those fireworks. I just want to point out before we end today that being more feminine doesn't mean that you can't do non-girly things. You can still go camping or hiking or building things or whatever you enjoy doing. It's just if there's a man around and he wants to help you with something, let him. Good luck. I hope to see you back here next week. We'll do some more relationship stuff next week, and I am looking forward to it. Goodbye for today, and check out my mistakes down below. It'll give you an example of what not to do.